Welcome to Child Rights Art Education Series with Olakunle Sanni. Let's begin with Section 18, the contractual rights of a child. Subsection 1 of this section reads, no child shall enter into a contract except as provided in this section. Subsection 2 says, any contract except a contract for necessaries entered into by a child for repayment of money lent or for payment of goods supplied to the child shall be void. Section 3. Accordingly, no action shall be brought against a child by a person after the child has attained the age of maturity to pay a debt contracted before maturity or ratified on majority or any promise of contract made by the child before majority, whether or not there was new consideration for the promises or ratification after the child attained majority. B. If a child who has entered into a contract for a loan which is void agrees after majority to pay the loan, the agreement in whatever form it may be shall be void so far as it relates to money which is payable in respect of the loan. So Section 18 speaks to the contractual rights of the child, trying to say what right does the child have to enter into a contract. And so it says that no child shall enter into a contract, any kind of contract whatsoever, except the ones that are being provided in this section. And it's saying that any contract that is being entered into a child, except what is for necessaries, that for the child, for the repayment of the child, the money lent for payment of goods supplied to the child shall be void. So because it's this part looks at, because the child does not have responsibility to provide for him or herself, it is the parent, it is the responsibility of government, the parent, and other adults around the child to provide for the child. So the child should not be held to say that you are owing me or you have borrowed money from me to feed or to buy basic things that the child needs. That the adult who has borrowed or who has given that child should assume he or she has provided support to the child. And he's saying that this section is saying that if anybody comes up with like a statement or maybe a contractual document saying that the child has agreed to pay this so money amount or back, that this contractual agreement may not be valid. It will be void because the child does not really have the wherewithal or is not allowed to enter into a contract with anybody. And so this, whatever the child agrees to pay, may become void. And if any child, and it's also saying that this law also owes that if any child is owing someone as a child, and then the person becomes an adult later, that this contract or this contract entered into as a child is already void, and so it cannot be held against the person when he or she becomes an adult. So that is the Section 18 for you, the contractual rights of the child. Section 19 says responsibilities of a child and parents. Subsection 1 says every child has responsibilities towards his family and society, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and other legally recognized communities nationally and internationally. Subsection 2 reads, a child shall, subject to his age, subject to his age and ability and such other limitations as may be contained in this act and any other law, to work towards the cohesion of his family and community, respect his parents, superiors, and elders at all times and assist them in case of need, serve the Federal Republic of Nigeria by placing his physical and intellectual abilities at his service, contribute to the moral well-being of the society, preserve and strengthen social and national solidarity, preserve and strengthen the independence and integrity of Federal Republic of Nigeria, respect the ideals of democracy, freedom, equality, humanness, honesty, and justice for all persons. Relate with other members of the society with different cultural values in the spirit of tolerance, dialogue, and consultation. Contribute to the best of his abilities at all times and at all levels to the promotion and achievement of Nigerian, African, and world unity. And J. Contribute to the best of his abilities at all times and at all levels to the solidarity of the African people and the human race. These are the responsibilities of the child according to Section 19 of the Child Rights Act. The child has responsibility. That the child has been given responsibility to support his or her, to work towards the family cohesion and the community cohesion to ensure there is stability in the family. The child has a role to play. So the child must also respect his parents, superiors, and elders at all times, and assist them in case of need. And this need are things that are not. For example, if there is an adult who is the child's parent is sick, then the child should assist the parents. But this must not affect the well-being, the development, the health, or the survival of that child. And that the child must serve the Federal Republic using all these. Thank you for joining me on this Child Rights Art Education series. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also put on your notification button. As well, also ensure that you share this with others so as to know about the rights of children as enshrined in the Child Rights Act of Nigeria. Thank you.